Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Macrocast, your source for news and entertainment with the minds behind Macro Records. We are your hosts. I'm Mattson.
I'm a really cool dude.
Name Downlow'd.
Hi.
So, what have you accomplished since we last met?
What's new this week? I did a lot of different stuff, man. I've been just writing music and trying to get back on that train. And we signed some new acts.
Yeah.
And
I mean, we're probably not going to talk about any of that.
no, but that's what I've been up to. I mean,
Yeah.
And then also I saw Dave Chappelle.
Yeah. Dave
Came to
Chappelle,
El
you were
Paso.
telling me. We were talking about how crazy different Dave Chappelle looks now.
Yeah, he's jacked, man. He's like super buff. It's crazy. The show, I mean, he's just as funny as he used to be, though. And he told completely new material, and you can tell like how the guy's range. He's fantastic. I mean, he's been doing comedy for like 30 years, and when he was up there, he was talking about shit that was like shockingly relevant. Like the jokes were like super on par. Like he talked about that flight, the German flight where the guy crashed. And he talked about how a guy threw a banana at him in Albuquerque.
Really?
Or Santa Fe, excuse me.
At one of his shows.
He was in the front row, and dude, Dave Chappelle kept bringing it back to this moment. He was like, "Who the fuck would throw a banana at me?" The guy got arrested,
Really,
and made national news. And Dave Chappelle was like, "That motherfucker made national news for
well,
that
dude,
shit."
that
like,
he
was like, he didn't deserve it.
He smuggled in a banana just to throw.
No, it wasn't
at
a
Dave
banana.
Chappelle.
It was a banana peel.
So he ate the banana and then threw the peel at Dave Chappelle.
He ate the banana before the show and threw the peel at Dave Chappelle. And he was like, man, who the fuck does that though? It's so bizarre. But he made the guy a punchline. It was pretty good.
That's awesome.
It was all really fresh, and I don't know. I mean, if you get a chance to see his show, I would highly recommend it. I heard about it literally the night before I went to the show, and I just like hustled to get those tickets.
That's cool.
So I had the option to get way better tickets, and I was on the phone. They were only like $30 more. I called in because I was like, hey, well, I don't know. Maybe you have the option to get better tickets than these ones that I have. Like I was getting greedy or something, you know. And the lady was like, she was like, sir, all right, well, here, give me your credit card information. So I gave it to her and whatnot. And then she's like, okay, just hold on for 1 second now. All right, well, it looks like the transaction didn't go through because someone else purchased the tickets in the time that I was on the phone with you.
and then they only had those left?
And I was like, she totally made it seem like I was going to get those fucking tickets. She's like, all right, now everything is just not going to go through. Like,
so
it's like, holy
were
shit.
your seats pretty good, though?
Yeah, I managed to get seats that, I mean, they were cheaper, but they were 3 rows behind the other ones. So it wasn't bad. The row that I was going to sit in, though, I would have sat like right next to. I saw the back of his head. It's Omar from the Mars Volta.
Oh, nice.
And at the drive-in was sitting right there with his like dad. The guy was not laughing at any jokes.
Really?
Like you could tell if someone was like, there were some boisterous laughers in there though. Like some women were like, ha ha. Yeah! I don't know, like as if they.
How many people was it?
It was packed.
Well,
it was Abraham Chavez.
So what is it? Like 2,000 people or
something like that. Yeah, but it was every seat was taken. It was jam packed, and he sold out 3 nights.
Wait, he was here for 3 nights?
Yeah.
Wow.
3 nights in El Paso. That's
crazy.
And he dogged on Kevin Hart pretty bad too. He was like, "Man, throw a banana at Kevin Hart." Like, he was like, "I don't need this bullshit." But I don't know, man. It was worthwhile. Anyway,
awesome.
that's what I've been up to. I watched a lot of Justice League movies too.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about that later. Or DC animated at least.
Are we ready to jump into it? Let's
jump into what? My pool?
The news.
I don't have a pool.
So
I have a pool of blood.
Last week we talked about Jon Stewart?
We did, and he's announced a successor.
Yes.
A successor, my
Trevor
liege.
Noah, who is one of the correspondents for The Daily Show, is now taking over Jon Stewart's role as the host.
Is he good?
Here, let me get you a picture of him.
I know who he is, but...
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I know what he looks like, but we should have a picture
Honestly, I don't know. I think this is a bad choice.
I think so, too.
Man, I would have been so happy with Aisha Tyler. She would have fucking killed it.
Who is this guy really good?
I don't know. I've seen him literally like twice.
If we can't find reasons to laugh, then we will only ever cry. Happy and sad are 2 sides of the same coin. Dude, if he drives the Daily Show like into the ground, I'm going to be so upset.
I'm worried. I'm still worried about the fate of Top Gear as well, because I don't know who's going to take over for Jeremy Clarkson. And I've been watching...
A lot of people are saying there's not going to be a show without him. Like, I mean, it's not going to be the same. People will stop watching.
I watched a couple reruns the other day, and he fucking makes that show.
Didn't some of these other guys say that they were going to walk if they didn't bring him back, though? Or one of the other dudes said that?
The other two hosts said they refused to do it without him.
So they're going to bring 3 new guys in and do a brand new Top Gear. It's not going to be... Dude.
It's going to suck.
Who knows? It might be really good though, and then they're going to be like, "Well, damn it!
Well,
we should have stayed on Top Gear."
They're still going to have the same money and production value as Top Gear.
Money.
Ultimately, I mean, I look forward.
What is that from?
Money.
Yeah, dude? Whenever you tip "Watch Out Loud" on his Twitch channel, it goes money.
Oh, that's something different.
Money.
That's
I love that shit.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. There's a bunch of Twitch channels where they have some cool stuff when you donate.
Maybe it's just a Twitch thing.
It is. Like, that's his thing. You get the message and it plays that little clip.
But that must be like a Twitch, like, a preload. It's not, he didn't make that himself.
No, he probably stole it from somewhere.
I imagine,
like, took it from
he went out and, like, hired a bunch of, like, gospel singers to, like, do this shit.
Twitch doesn't give you those options. Like,
it doesn't.
No, you have to set all that stuff up, and it takes, like, a lot of work. There's another channel where if you become the top donator, it shows a battle between Akuma and Ryu from Street Fighter, and then literally this whole animation is probably 45 seconds long. So each time the top donator takes his spot, like donates the most money, it shows up, and it's like 45 seconds long. It's ridiculous.
So it totally takes away from the gameplay.
A little bit, but I think that they're one of the few channels who has something like that. And
what if it's at like an important part of like the game, and someone's like, "I fucking missed that because of you, you son of a bitch." Like,
well, I mean, they're probably still going to have their average number of viewers anyway. You know,
their AVG.
Yeah,
their average
AVG.
So today, I mean, we're recording this on traditional Easter Sunday as well. You guys are going to be hearing this on Monday, but happy post-Easter to all of you Easterians.
It's actually not Easter for me yet. Today was Palm Sunday.
You're a Rastafarian.
I am an Orthodox Christian.
Which is a Pastafarian.
Yes. I smoke lots of pasta.
That's not, aren't Pastafarians allowed to have like don't they have the right to have like pasta strainers on their head?
What?
That's like what?
Is Pastafarian a real thing? I thought you just made up that word right now.
No, that's like a thing. Well, I think that started because a guy wanted to take his driver's license photo with a pasta strainer on his head, and he said that his religion was Pastafarian, and they pray. It's the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster.
Okay.
So they pray to the flying spaghetti monster. It's not like a real religion. It's a total farce.
He should have gotten like a fake ID, like a really good fake that had everything he wanted.
Dude, it's a real ID. He was allowed to do it.
Oh, they let him?
Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck?
He was allowed to do it.
Do you know what state it was in?
It was in like Wisconsin or something like that.
Wow.
Of course, Wisconsin.
That's crazy.
I don't know if that's legit. Who is this? Is that Justin Bieber?
Yeah, I watched the Justin Bieber roast. The roast of Justin Bieber.
That does not look like Justin Bieber.
Honestly, it was less funny than, like, it wasn't nearly as funny as some of the other roasts they've done. The comedians were, like, half of them were really weak.
I went out the night of, and people were talking about this. They were like, dude, Martha Stewart, come on, she killed it. She killed it.
Yeah, kind of. Her jokes were really racist, and her delivery was terrible.
I mean, why would they have Martha Stewart? They're just like, dude, fuck it, let's get whoever we can.
She's like friends with Justin Bieber or something.
What? Why?
I don't know, man.
She's like his den mother?
My favorite comedians were probably Natasha Leggero. She killed it. Hannibal Buress was pretty good.
Do your Hannibal Buress impersonation again.
I don't know if I can.
It was so dead on earlier when you did that. He's like...
So, Dave Chappelle's in the audience.
He's always
Dave,
like...
He's like in a daze.
Yeah, he's always... I think that Hannibal Buress smokes a lot of weed.
I bet you that's like an act. I bet you he really isn't like that.
Okay, so he was hosting the Webbies.
What is it?
Like the Internet Awards or whatever.
Yeah. That's cool.
And he got his own TV show, too.
Really?
Yeah, he just like that was a big thing on the internet too.
So is he not?
He
Gonna
deserves
be
it though, man.
Eric
That guy,
Andre show anymore?
He'll probably, dude. I don't think that the Eric Andre show really takes that much work. Like, I don't think that like they probably put that shit together like on a whim.
Yeah, I guess.
I really don't think like whoever's coming up with it, they're like, okay, this is the gag that we're gonna do, and you guys just like run with it.
Yeah.
Like Eric, you're gonna puke all over the table,
Yeah.
and then you're gonna start licking it up.
That's gross.
That's why. Wait, that you didn't see that one?
Yeah, you showed me.
Yeah, that chick and she's like, "Oh my god!" and she like runs out. I forgot what her name is, but that's classic.
Yeah,
she's an author.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I can't remember her name though.
And that's like, what is his name? Hannibal Buress is like, "You like a waka flocka flame?" And she's like, "Is it the one that goes like waka?" Or she's like, "Is that a band or a song?" He's like, "It's a person." She's like, "Is that the one that goes like fucka or waka flocka fuck?" And he's like, "I go hard in the motherfucking paint." And then they're like bleeping out everything except for the N word. So it's like it's pretty awkward.
Yeah,
I can't believe it's on Adult Swim. Like that's the edgiest show. It's like
Adult Swim is late night.
Yeah, but it's
That's
still
how they get away. Adult Swim doesn't start
edgy,
till
man.
like 10 p.m. our time, and it stops at like 6 a.m.
That's still edgy. Some kids are definitely waking up at like 5 a.m. and watching some Eric Andre or something. Like, what is this, Mom?
Nah, I think the closer you get, like once it's like 4 a.m., they start playing like King of the Hill and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I see.
Yeah.
King of the Hill isn't very edgy.
I love King of the Hill, man.
It's not very edgy.
Damn it, Bobby!
Not very edgy though.
No, it's not.
When you put
it's
like
old school, man.
King of the Hill next to Eric Andre show, I mean, which is the edgier?
Yeah, I guess Eric Andre.
You guess?
No, of course Eric Andre. Dude, they haven't made a new episode of King of the Hill in what, 10 years? 15 years?
I mean, what's even crazier is like Rick and Morty. They haven't made a new episode of Rick and Morty in, they haven't made a new episode of King of the Hill in 15 years?
In like 10 years, I think.
What?
Probably. Yeah.
I thought they were still making that show.
No way.
No?
No way.
Okay, well, Rick and Morty, people have been awaiting the next season of Rick and Morty for quite some time. It's been like 3 years.
Really?
Yeah, it's really bizarre. I don't know why he hasn't made like a new, I don't know.
I feel
it's going to come out this year.
Yeah, I feel like, I guess the wait between Doctor Who isn't that long, but it just feels long.
It feels long, yeah.
Even though, like,
it's an entire year.
The Game of Thrones wait is longer than the Doctor Who wait.
Is it really?
Yeah, because
I didn't know that.
You get 10 episodes of Game of Thrones, right?
And like 20 of Doctor Who.
Yeah, and not just that, like, you get 10 episodes of Game of Thrones and there's no breaks at all. It's 10 episodes, 10 weeks, and then
no breaks? Like,
yeah. Oh, dude. Yes.
Game of Thrones.
Yo, my name is Joffrey. The bear of the maiden fair.
We were talking about that song a second ago.
He licked her hair all covered in honey.
What does George R.R. Martin come up with this? Obviously, he comes up with this.
Well, okay, that's one of the drinking songs that Northmen sing in Game of Thrones. Like, it's a common drinking song for Northmen.
Okay.
Yeah. Whereas, the Lannisters,
Rains of Castamere,
they always sing "Rains of Castamere," and
is that they like sing it themselves?
Yeah. So
they're like they're just like humming it to themselves one day. Like...
There's an episode where Tyrion, when he's still Hand of the King, and he's walking through King's Landing. No, he's whistling it.
There's no pop music though in Westeros, so.
Oh, wow.
Kind of makes sense.
King of the Hill went on till 2010, so only 5 years it's been.
Yeah, I don't know. That's crazy.
I guess that gave
him freedom to start working on other shit.
This is crazy, man. The last season spanned 3 years.
What?
7 episodes in 2008. 13 episodes in 2009. And 4 episodes in 2010. That's weird.
That is really bizarre.
How bizarre. So
by OMC,
are you excited? This Friday we're going to get the first season of Daredevil,
and Game of Thrones is coming too.
Yeah, Game of Thrones is 1 week from today, the day we're recording this episode.
Yeah, I'm excited for Daredevil. I thought that it was already on.
No,
I hope that they fucking make his costume better though. I actually kind of liked the Ben Affleck Daredevil costume.
Me too, man. The thing is
his dad like blind too? We come from a family of blind people, son.
Of blind men.
And we all fight.
I just noticed this.
That's Kingpin?
Yeah. It's good.
He packed on some pounds, didn't he?
Some of the people have advanced copies of it, like the reviewers, and there's a lot of really good reviews out about it already, saying how awesome it is. So I'm looking forward to it, man.
Okay, but I mean, also, I am looking forward to it, but there are, like, Marvel fanatics out there who are like, it's just good. Like, have you even watched... hey, man, listen, I'm 5 minutes into the first episode. I'm going to say this whole season's great.
Yeah, that's not fair. I will definitely wait to give an assessment after I've watched it.
Cinematography looks really good. And the lighting, it looks like they got all the lighting right. The rain looks a little bit canned, but it's cool. I'm excited for it. I don't know where my phone is.
Morning, sunshine. Was that a moan? Do you have somebody in bed with you? What was she like? Violent.
Is he British?
I don't know.
Relatively young, Miss Page, and we are aggressively pursuing new clientele.
Who the hell are you guys?
I'm Matt.
Oh, that's,
How long have you been...
she was Jessica in True Blood.
About 7 hours.
The other guy's been in a lot of shit, too, I think.
Lawyer by day, vigilante
She's hot.
by night. You make life difficult for bad men.
So much better than fucking Jennifer Garner. God, I hate Jennifer Garner.
I hate that movie.
Yeah, I do too.
Oh my god. The city needs to die before it can be reborn. Sometimes it requires force.
Cities don't die, dude. It's not a living
What I'm
thing.
trying to do.
He's like, look at all my black suits.
Hurt people. And I'm going to hurt more. I'm gonna make you pay for what you've done. I respect your conviction. You love man.
Is he gonna be, like, this ties in with the cinematic universe as well.
I'm curious to know that as well, because it's not like...
You believe in the devil, Father?
I hope it does, because that's the one thing that Marvel has going for them with their cinematic universe, is that everything is tied together. But, I mean...
It would be cool to see this Daredevil in the Marvel Cinematic Universe as well.
And it would be cool to see him cross over with, like, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and all the other movies they're doing, like you said, you know? Oh, God. Oh, it's the
Is
same
that
video?
Rosario Dawson?
Yeah, she's in it. She's awesome, man.
She voiced Wonder Woman in Throne of Atlantis.
Oh, really?
More than I've ever been in my life. And I am not alone.
Why does it
Wait,
keep...
I think that we're watching it again.
No, this is a different preview, I think.
Oh, okay.
That wants to control.
That cop is just standing there, like, looking down the fucking... Who's that?
Knows who it is.
Discount Samuel L. Jackson. Well, they can't have Samuel L. Jackson because he's already Nick Fury.
Say his name. The city needs to die before
Yep. Yeah, so that's that.
The city needs to die before it can live.
So...
That doesn't make any fucking sense, dude. Like, you never... Do you not understand the semantics of life, bro? Like, the city must die before it lives. Like, okay... Like, that's... I don't know, man.
So-
Oh, what the fuck is this? Maisie Williams in the fucking...
In the TARDIS. But there's news. We had news this
Is
week.
she gonna be a companion?
That would be fucking awesome, but no. Maisie Williams is going to be a guest star in the upcoming season of Doctor Who. So
That's kind of weird.
I'm guessing it's going to be one episode. Like
He's like... The doctor's like, we're in Westeros! Oh, man. The doctor in Westeros... What would happen? He'd probably get killed.
No, I don't think so. Dude, the Doctor is far more advanced than the people of Westeros.
Yeah, there's just a lot of fucked up shit going on in Westeros.
I mean, the TARDIS can survive pretty much anything.
I know, but even the doctor can't stop, like, incest.
True.
Be like, the Lannisters are disgusting. Clara.
And the Doctor, like, he doesn't get in sword fights, you know? Like, in that Robin Hood episode, he had a fucking spoon. He was like,
yeah.
my spoon!
Yeah, that was a good episode. You didn't like it.
No, it was okay. It was a pretty good episode.
And what Robin Hood was like, didn't he want to hook up with Clara?
Yeah, something like that.
But then she was like, no, this is Guinevere. And he was like, oh, Guinevere, that's right, I forgot that I wanted to fuck you.
Guinevere? Wait, Guinevere is from the King Arthur stories.
Oh yeah. Who's the other?
Maid Marian is Robin Hood.
Marian.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally, dude. Sorry, I was like,
I was trying to think about that for a second. I was like, why the fuck would...
it kind of made sense for a second though, because they're like both medieval stories. I don't know. That's like,
the
I miss
show
Merlin, man.
Yeah, the show Merlin was actually really good.
Gaius. And then, dude, that the way that show ended was the most fucking disappointing. Like, when they were just like, he's dead, or is he? Like,
Yeah, that was really...
it
But
was like, Arthur's dead. All right, fuck it. It's all.
But
done.
it did have him as like a complete badass in that episode too, where he's like just frying people.
I mean,
you know?
just as a note for like, yeah, but I would have loved to have seen like more of Merlin's story, like with.
They could have
Arthur,
done
you know?
another 5 seasons of that.
Yeah,
show.
they totally could have done, and it's not like what's his name is doing anything.
Colin Morgan.
He's not doing anything. he dropped.
None
that
of those
show.
actors are really doing anything.
Yeah, so I mean, except who's it? Tom Hurt was the voice of the dragon, wasn't it?
John Hurt.
Tom Hurt.
Jesus Christ.
I am murdering all of this shit.
John Hurt is like one of the most famous English actors.
Who's
of all
Tom
time,
Hurt?
Too. Some nobody.
He like sells insurance.
John Hurt was also in
The Doctor.
No, I know
He was in The Doctor.
What was he in?
No, he wasn't in The Doctor, dude. He was in Doctor Who.
Contact. Have you seen the movie Contact?
Is it about like contact lenses?
No.
Some guy like what? I've been telling Alex that I want to make
Jodie
movies, dude.
Foster and Matthew McConaughey. You haven't seen that movie?
And it's about like Matthew McConaughey buys a pair of contacts and like.
No. On a
He's an
serious
optometrist.
note, you should watch this movie. It's really fucking good.
I have seen it.
Oh, okay.
It's where Jodie Foster's like out in the field and she's like, "There's aliens out there." There's like,
Close enough.
Matthew McConaughey's like, "Where?" She's like, "There."
She's like, I'm gonna go to space. And
Turn
he's
the
like,
saddle at 180
"But
degrees.
You can't go to space.
And
You'll
then
die.
is interstate. You'll die. He's like, you're like, why does Matthew McConaughey have his shirt off, dude? You can't go to space.
Actually,
you'll
I don't
die.
think he has his shirt off once in that movie.
That's-
maybe once.
That dude, he has his shirt. Like, there's a running joke that Matthew McConaughey has his shirt off in every single movie he's in.
Yeah,
like,
but,
arbitrarily.
going
The
back
Lincoln
to what
lawyer,
I was
he's like-
saying,
he's like, I got my shirt off, but I practiced the law.
John Hurt was in that movie, and he played an
You
American.
mean Tom Hurt?
John Hurt, and it hardly looks like John Hurt, and he has an American accent, and he plays the evil corporation owner who tricks her into like doing all this shit.
That makes it sound so bland. Oh, he's the evil. So how did they pitch that to him? All right, John. So listen, you're gonna be the evil corporation owner who comes in and tries to ruin everything for Jodie Foster.
Pretty much, and he was like,
All right, well, I suppose I'll go ahead and take that job.
I actually read someone posted this on Reddit the other day. It was a letter. Alec Guinness, is that his name? Alec Guinness? Alec McGinnis? He played Obi-Wan Kenobi in the original Star Wars movies. Yeah, you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know who he is. I don't know what his name is though. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. Just that you know who he is. Yeah, it's Alec Guinness.
Is he like a founder of the Guinness Brewery?
He had wrote like this really fucked up letter to someone. He was like, "This movie is terrible."
Wait, it was like a review of some movie?
No. It was while he was filming the original Star Wars movie, like on set.
Okay.
He was like disappointed that he was doing the movie.
Star Wars.
Yeah, I mean, science fiction isn't really a respected genre. Even now, it's hard for people to respect science fiction. But
It's getting there though. I mean, there's like movies like Interstellar and
Yeah,
I think Aliens helped a lot too.
true, but like
Star
this
Wars
just
definitely helped.
this just goes to show like what it was like back then. He was like, the writing is fucking terrible, and like
For Star Wars?
yeah, and
That's
was
what he
like-
was talking
He
about.
was like,
Oh,
this
I
movie.
know exactly what
he's
you're
like,
talking
This
about.
movie is going to be terrible, and tomorrow they have me filming with the dwarf. He was talking about the guy who played R2D2. He was like actually inside the thing.
What?
Yeah,
There's
and
a guy in that?
Yeah. In the first movies, there was. I think he's all CGI in the newer ones.
Well, yeah. I mean, how did they have him in the first movies though? Was he like cuz he's R2's on like wheels.
Well, he would operate some of the things in there, like to swivel his head and stuff. You know.
He's like, "Have me working with the fucking dwarf again."
Yeah, like he said. Granted,
He's like a dick.
We're talking about 1974 or 1975 here, so it was a long time ago, and people thought about things differently. But it was kind of like a reality shock, like to see what it was like back then. And he was like he playfully gets Harrison Ford's name wrong. He calls him Tennyson Ford.
like Alfred Tennyson.
Yeah, he's like, and then I have to work with these people, Mark Hamill and Tennyson Ford.
Okay, well, we'll talk about this later about the Flash, but I just want to say, like, Mark Hamill in the Flash was awesome.
Yeah, he killed it.
He was kind of like, I couldn't help but hear the Joker though.
Here's a fun fact. Did you know that on the original Flash TV show, he also played the Trickster?
Yeah.
But that's what got him the role for Joker, the animated series.
But
they saw his performance as the Trickster, and they said, "Can you come do the Joker?"
Like that.
After that.
But,
yeah.
So in the animated series for Justice League, remember when we saw the Trickster and he was like, "You off your meds?"
Yeah.
That Trickster was based upon the Mark Hamill, thing.
Yeah.
What's it called? Portrayal as well. But that was also voiced by Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
So
in Justice League.
Yeah, he voices 2 characters in the DC universe.
He's awesome.
I think he's the only person that does that. I don't.
No, there's some of the other
Kevin. What's his name?
Michael Richardson.
He does that for a couple characters too, I think.
And there's a couple other guys who do as well.
But he voices 2 villains though. I don't know. I guess some other people do that as well. I think that's cool though.
Yeah, his performance was really awesome. And then he got to say like the iconic Star Wars line.
He's like, "No, I'm your father."
Yeah.
I was like,
I was waiting
really?
for the other guy to be like, "No!"
or it's fucking Barry's dad. Barry's dad in the background's like, "No!"
Did you know the guy who plays Barry's dad in the show was
the
also,
Flash?
Yeah.
Yep.
He was there on the original TV show.
They've been paying a lot of homage to the old
omelette du fromage.
To the old. You know, it's funny. I met this dude, or I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, and we know this dude named Jack, but it's spelled Jacques.
Uh-huh.
And he was like, well, I mean, technically his name is Jacques. But he was like, "Dude, I hate that guy, man. Every time I hear, like, one time I heard someone ask him what his name was, and he was like, 'My name is Jacques.'" Like in a totally
like
French.
Cousteau.
And it made me think of that. What the fuck is that guy's name in in Silicon Valley, where he's like Aviato. He's always like
T.J. Miller.
Yeah, T.J. Miller, and he's always like talking about. He's like, he doesn't have an Italian accent, but he's like, "Take my idea for Aviato." Like, it's so ridiculous.
Yeah,
it makes it sound extremely like
he had a cameo in a recent episode of NCIS Los Angeles.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
he's actually been in some pretty big movies, man. He was in How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah, but it was weird because this role, he was leading an acting troupe. And you don't even see him, but I just recognize his like iconic voice.
Yeah,
his voice is pretty iconic.
Like, he has like a weird, he's like a really weird voice. Is this the part where you think that you can like just talk to me?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I love the scene where he's on drugs in Silicon Valley.
and he's like, no, like, there's like the Google and the Internet Explorer sign, and then the fucking paperclip is like, "Would you like me to fuck your life up?"
Yeah, dude.
I mean, that show is brilliant. It's really well made, and it's the little details that make that show awesome.
Yeah, I'm really happy that it's coming back.
Oh, that's also coming back this next week.
Yeah.
So a lot of good things coming up this week or things to look forward to at least.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So, I see that you've pulled up a good old picture of our friend Waylon.
Killer Croc. It is confirmed that we are getting two characters, not new characters, but they've added 2 other characters to the Suicide Squad movie. One being Killer Croc.
Nice.
And Killer Croc is being played by this dude. One second, let me get him.
They better make him look super legit, though. So, in the Assault on Arkham, it's Killer Shark.
No, that's a different character.
I know, but they're not going to have Killer Shark in this. They're probably like, well, we're going to substitute it for Killer Croc.
In the New 52 comics, Killer Shark is one of the Suicide Squad as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but the Suicide Squad changes out frequently.
Yeah. So this is the guy who's playing Killer Croc.
Did you see the new Suicide Squad though that's coming out? They're writing it right now, and like Black Hand and Poison Ivy are on it. And I think Sinestro or something.
In the movie?
No, in the books. And some people were like, dude, this Suicide Squad is way overpowered. Like, why would they even have a Suicide Squad like that if they could just kill Amanda Waller? Like, Black Hand can do basically anything. He's death.
Yeah, that is kind of weird. I mean,
Poison Ivy is way she is super powered.
Well, obviously Amanda Waller got a bomb in them somehow. Because otherwise, what incentive do they have not to kill her?
But it just doesn't make sense because Black Hand relishes death. He wouldn't give a shit. He'd be like, yeah, blow me up. I'll fucking still live.
That's
he can't
weird.
die.
Yeah, I'm curious. Well, maybe he went on like his
They're
own
gonna have
accord.
DC always has amazing writing, so I'll leave it in their hands, and it could be cool. I don't know who the other person is though. I think it might be like Sandman or someone like some really
So here's
omnipotent character.
So here's the other character we're getting in Wonder Woman or in
Suicide
Suicide Squad,
Squad.
and
Who
he's
is this?
he's playing Steve Trevor. Or you know who Steve Trevor is?
he's
Right?
he's a military man.
He's Wonder Woman's very first love interest.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why is he in the Suicide Squad?
In the original comic line,
Is he in the army?
kind of. In the original comic book line, what happens is he lands on Themyscira,
Oh,
and
really?
Diana nurses him back to health. And when he comes back to our world, she comes with him, and that's the first time she ever came to our world and left Themyscira.
Do you like the who is your favorite Wonder Woman like love interest? Like, I like Wonder Woman and Superman. I think it just works.
But then Superman's always got Lois Lane, you know?
Well, like, I just watched Justice League Throne of Atlantis, and like Lois Lane comes up and like while they're sitting down having dinner, and she's like, "Oh, so this is a business meeting?" Because Clark introduces Diana as a diplomat, and Diana says, "No, this is a date." And Lois was like taken aback and ooh shit, like, you know.
What's funny is in the New 52 Justice League run, Superman gets Wonder Woman to like start opening up, and he's like, "You got to understand, I don't wear a mask like the rest of the heroes. My mask is my ordinary identity. You know, that's how I hide myself." So he goes to dinner with her as Clark Kent, and like she's taken aback by the fact that no one is like oogling her, or there's not like press and shit. She can just be normal.
That's what happens in the movie.
Yeah.
That's exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
But yeah, Steve Trevor, he used to work for the military, but then he becomes Amanda Waller's second in command of Argus. Or no, he takes command of Argus.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
seen this guy in Suicide Squad before.
Yeah, he takes command of
like
Argus.
a pretty essential member of the Suicide Squad.
Very essential, and he's, like I said, he's Wonder Woman's first love interest.
Can we make a note to talk about the Suicide Squad when we get to TV though? Because Deadshot, like, and the whole like Cupid and like interest. We didn't talk about that.
Oh, I mean, do we really want to?
I mean, I just thought it was weird that they killed off Deadshot.
God, you should at least warn people, man.
I don't know if he's actually dead.
Well, okay. Spoilers for the most recent episode of Arrow.
That's
people.
not the most recent episode, is it?
It's the second most recent. It's pretty recent, man. It's
Well,
2 weeks
I mean,
old.
Yeah, okay.
So spoilers for that
It's
episode.
a little bit late for that. I've already spoiled it.
Deadshot dies, but we don't actually see him die on camera.
Yeah, so I honestly, like, I think that character is too essential for them to kill off. And they have this, like, whole ordeal with Cupid as well, and she's like, "Baby, are you okay?" That just, like, happens over the course of 5
She
minutes.
falls in love with him.
That was, like, funny.
Cupid is cool, man. I don't know why.
No, I like her.
Okay, you didn't like her first appearance, though, right?
I'm Cupid, stupid. I was like, oh, God.
It's okay.
No, it's not okay.
I feel
But
like
she's-
that's something that would go down in the comic books.
Yeah, it was very comic bookish, but like, it's like, I don't know, it was just a taste of that, and Arrow needs more of that, I feel like.
Yeah.
And it was like kind of jarring for
Yeah,
me.
true.
But I think she's hot. I don't know. I just thought that was actually a really good episode of Arrow. Like they had a really good comic book feel with that one. Anyway,
Well,
I'm sorry for pulling it into that.
No, it's cool. Since we're talking about TV now, this is the only other TV topic we had. We watched the season finale of The Walking Dead.
Walking Dad.
Walking Dead! Walking Dead!
I love that shit.
So we watched the season finale of season 5 of The Walking Dead.
It was amazing.
It was really good, yeah.
I mean, that show just, I don't know.
I'm super excited for the next season now.
Oh, the whole season is done. It's not like the mid-season finale.
Yep, the whole
It's coming
season's
back in
done.
October now.
October, which is not that far away.
Damn, time flies, man. I can't believe
6
it.
months. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you look at that gap, there's only going to be 6 months in between Walking Dead, whereas a show like Game of Thrones has 9 months in between it. You know,
Who have we lost though? Like someone died in that last episode. Or
I
the
was
episode
so
before.
sad that he. Okay, spoilers. Reg died, who is Deanna's husband.
Yeah, that guy's a cunt.
Why? He was so nice, man.
Oh, I thought that you were talking about the other dude who was like beating his wife.
No, yeah, that's Porch Dick.
Porch
That's
Dick
Pete.
died.
Pete.
Yeah, Porch Dick is dead.
Okay, so, but no, Reg.
Yeah, no, that was
Porch
sad.
Dick killed Reg, and I was like, no, he's the cool, like, this guy was the best.
Oh, you know what, man? Okay, so here's my prediction, though.
Mm-hmm.
So he's dead, and then who was the other guy who wanted to learn architecture from him? It was Jonah, right? That was his
Noah.
name. Noah. God, I don't know. You're good with names, and I completely suck at them. It's fucking hilarious.
Noah died. That was a sad moment as well.
But they were both like trying to do the architecture. So now who's going to do the architecture? Who's going to keep the wall up?
And it's funny that you talk about this because there was 4 posts on the Walking Dead subreddit yesterday. People are giving advice on how they should
saw
build
one
the
of
wall. And one of the guy was like, well, they should adapt Morgan's technique. If you remember, like in the 3rd season, Morgan had those giant
Who's Morgan?
wooden caltrops. Morgan is the dude who showed up again in the last episode. He's been there since the very first episode of the first season.
That was amazing.
He's awesome, man. And I don't know if you remember, but earlier this season, at the beginning of the season, I was like, Morgan's watching them. And you were like, dude, who's watching them? I don't understand.
But Morgan's not the only one.
No,
there was a guy in
now.
the red poncho too who was watching people. But then
no, the guy in the red poncho wasn't watching people. They
killed him.
They killed him.
But they said that I don't understand what that guy's deal was.
He wasn't a member of the Wolves.
No, of the Wolves.
The Wolves used him to reset the trap. They found him and used him as like bait to reset the trap.
They cut his throat and threw him in there. I know that.
Yeah.
But I thought that he was also kind of a solo dude. Like,
yeah.
He was out there like looking. I don't know, dude. When that episode opened and Morgan is like fucking those guys up.
Where did Morgan get trained? Is what I want to know.
I think that we'll see some flashbacks of him fucking shit up.
Yeah.
And dude, he is such a fucking badass.
He's
now.
like he's got Jedi level talents now.
I don't want to see any like conflict between him and Rick though. I want to see them like working together and being badass.
Did you see the screenshot I sent you from the subreddit as well? It was that episode discussion post, and someone was like, "Hey, Morgan." Rick steps over Pete's dead body to hug Morgan.
Yeah, that's basically what happened, though.
I mean, after Morgan, like the last time they met, and Morgan was so fucked up. He lost his wife, he lost his son, like everything, and
he almost killed.
But it's crazy to
Rick.
see the the dichotomy of things, because now Morgan has a new outlook on life, and Rick is he's gotten really cynical.
Now Rick is kind of twisted. He's lost hope.
No, I feel like Rick is the only person who knows. Like, Abraham sums it up perfectly. He's like, there is a whole world of shit out there that you people haven't seen. Rick has seen said shit.
No, he's like Rick knows every grain of that disgusting, twisted shit. Yeah, said shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Abraham is also a fucking badass.
He's probably one of my favorite characters now.
I mean, this show is getting so much better though because excuse me, because all of like the weak people are getting weeded out though, and like they only have like a group of fucking badasses. Like Michonne is super badass. Carol is even badass.
What do you think about Scarol? That's what I was gonna.
Scarol?
That's what people are calling her now.
Because she's like evil.
She's fucking serious, man.
Dude, I like her.
I can't believe Pete dropped her fucking casserole, man. No one wants to eat Scarol's casserole.
Dude, because I don't know. Porch Dick was a fucking, I don't know.
Yeah. I can't believe that happened. And he had Michonne's sword, right? That's what he used. Yeah. It was crazy, man.
I mean, dude, you know who else needs to die, though, is the fucking priest.
Yeah. Gabriel?
I hate that fucking idiot. Like, he left the gate open. And I understand that was like a plot device, but I was like, that guy needs to die. Right from that moment, when he walks out and he's like, kill me, I'm ready. And he's like crying on the ground. I'm like, fuck you, dude. Like, that's what I was thinking. I don't know.
But then at the end, it's like, dude, that moment where Sasha is lying on top of all the dead walkers, and it's like...
That was weird.
It's really eerie, because that's the only time she's been at peace these past couple episodes, and it's weird. Like, you feel sorry for her.
Well, she's lost a lot of fucking people. All of them
Yeah.
have lost a lot of people, but she'll come to her senses, I think.
Yeah.
Or she's going like the case with Walking Dead is people either come to their senses and man
they
up and
fucking
like,
die.
or they go completely batshit crazy,
Look at Shane.
or they die.
For example.
Yeah, Shane went crazy.
Yeah.
The governor went completely crazy.
Here's a little interesting tidbit for you. Deanna, the woman who runs Alexandria.
Yeah, I like her.
They're actually switched. In the comic books, the leader of Alexandria is a man.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but they kind of. I think his name was Dean, so they called her Deanna instead.
Also, I'm completely caught up with Supernatural now,
oh yeah.
and that's
What the
so
fuck? Okay,
good.
spoilers for the last episode of Supernatural. What the fuck was Sam driving? That truck? As soon as I saw
Okay, wait. Can you remind me what happened in the last episode?
Dean
Oh,
goes
Bobby.
Dean goes to some bar and Sam goes to meet up with Castiel.
And Bobby, yeah.
Sam meets Castiel and he's driving this shitty fucking truck. I posted in the episode discussion, I was like, what the fuck is Sam driving? Like, what is this? Oh, man. Yeah.
There was a lot of those Sam like cuts to Sam's face where he's like swallowing.
Yeah.
They love doing that. He has like it's like a close up.
The Bobbies are surly. The Bobbies are surly.
That was amazing. But what was the deal with that? So there have been different Bobbies throughout the years,
All his ancestors were named Bobby.
and each. Or I, mean, I was thinking that it was like reincarnation.
Nah, they're his ancestors, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they're like, the Bobbies are surly.
The Bobbies are. Yeah, that was amazing, dude. And what does this mean for Bobby too? Like Bobby was
Probably gonna go
caught.
to hell.
You think he's gonna go? But he's been in hell before.
They'll just send his soul back down there because the only reason he even got out of hell was because Sam freed him.
I mean, the worst possible thing that could happen to Bobby is getting sent to purgatory.
Yeah, but I don't think the angels would do that.
I mean,
I don't think they have the power to do that.
They don't?
I don't think so.
Well, what if they sent him back to Earth, and what if Bobby became another character again? Like that would be.
Oh my god!
I would love that.
And Bobby, they're just back to like hanging out at Bobby's junkyard.
Well,
and shit.
Bobby would, and I mean, they could do an entire storyline about Bobby trying to get his life back together. And it's like because Bobby's just sitting up there in heaven, and I mean, obviously the actor is not doing anything right now. I don't think, or like anything big. I haven't seen him in any movies.
So, what do you think about Rowena, Crowley's mother? She's pretty.
She's
awesome.
going to raise some hell.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, but Crowley's the king of hell too. Like there's gonna be a hell of a battle.
It puts it in perspective.
She's gonna go down,
like,
dude.
Crowley is not that powerful, and he became the king of hell. It just shows like what a shit state hell is in right now.
Crowley. The thing is, Crowley is no Lucifer.
No.
Lucifer was crazy.
And they're talking about how to get the mark off of Dean.
Yeah.
And that's the main thing that the scribe says is like this is Lucifer level magic. No one can perform some shit like this.
Maybe they'll have to grab Lucifer, but how would they that would fuck everything up, dude. Like Lucifer
There's no way.
Lucifer, like taking Metatron out of jail is one thing. Taking Lucifer out of the pit is a fucking completely different ballgame.
Or if they could pull
And
Michael
too.
out of the pit.
But Michael's just as crazy as Lucifer.
Well, now that he's been in there with him, yeah.
I mean, he was crazy at the same time too. He was willing to like destroy the world.
Well, yeah. I mean, that was like that was
the whole conflict.
Yeah, but that was his destiny, you know.
Yeah.
It was his destiny to fight Lucifer.
All of the archangels were fucking pricks, though.
Yeah.
Like not
Gabriel?
except for Gabriel. I thought Gabriel was cool.
Who's the other one?
Gabriel didn't want to be an archangel though. That's why he was like, I'm a Greek. He was like, I'm a god now.
Who's the one that always causes them problems? His vessel was always black.
Oh man, I don't know.
You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, I remember. And they always like captured him in angel traps, and he's like, damn it.
Yeah.
He would like make the house shake and stuff.
Yeah. Fuck.
I don't know, but this last season of Supernatural has been pretty good.
Yeah.
That one where they had the what was it called? The worm?
They've had a good mix of like
Monster of the Week.
Monster of the Week and like actual greater storyline going on. It's
I
really
honestly
cool.
feel like Supernatural could go on like indefinitely though. Like they could keep
Definitely.
keep making it fresh. There are enough like characters. I don't know.
But eventually, Sam and Dean are either going to retire or they're going to die.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
No. Yeah, of course. I mean, and honestly, it's not going to go on indefinitely because honestly, both of those guys are going to want to do different work.
Yeah.
I think that they have a contract and they're going to stop when they get tired of it. But I think they're pretty well paid too, so I don't know.
Are they making a Supernatural spinoff? Don't you remember that one episode where it was like about the five mob families of Chicago?
Oh yeah,
And that was supposed to be like a spin-off or something.
The monster families.
Yeah.
That would have been cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. They haven't even mentioned like any of the main monsters. Like when Bobby's like, you remember when the job used to just be beheading a fanger and kicking back a cold beer?
Yeah.
Sam was like, yeah, I miss that.
I miss that too.
I do too. I miss Bobby.
Since
dude.
we're talking about spin-offs, apparently there's going to be a spin-off of The Walking Dead.
What?
Yeah, and it's going to be about like the time of like
Called Walking Dead?
leading up to the infection and how like the outbreak and what happened and everything.
I don't know if I need to see that.
I don't know if I need to either, but I mean, it's a better spin-off idea than some of the other ones I've heard for other shows.
Like what?
No, I'm just saying in general. Like
we should talk about that on an episode one day. Like
spin-offs?
Like try to grab some spin-off ideas or like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I would like to see it. It would kind of be redundant, but seeing another group in The Walking Dead and what they're like up to. But that would just be The Walking Dead. It wouldn't be a spin-off.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, I see Dead Island up there. Did you know they're making a Dead Island movie?
Oh, really? Like based off the video game?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I mean, I think that could actually be legit as long as they take, like, people have fucked up zombie movies for so long, but as long as they make it good. But what's even more absurd as far as video game movies, have you heard about the Angry Birds movie?
What?
There's an Angry Birds movie coming.
Like animated?
Yes, CGI. And they have, like, an all-star cast.
Lame.
It's gonna be like, it's like,
Lame.
what was that movie, it was about fish, and, like, Will Smith was in it, and Chris Rock was in it, and there was, like, you don't remember that? And they all played, like, CGI fish. It was from DreamWorks.
Finding Nemo?
No. That was a Disney movie.
Yeah.
This was a DreamWorks movie. But they made a...
They all played fish.
Yeah, it was like Open Sea or some shit like that.
I never saw that.
I never saw it either, but apparently it got good reviews.
Interesting.
I don't know. Anyway, as far as animation goes, we watched a fair bit of animation this last week. Like I said, I watched Justice League, Throne of Atlantis.
Yeah.
But we also watched
that's-
something brand spanking new.
Yeah, Batman vs. Robin, the animated feature, came out this week, and we watched it. And I gotta say, wow, like, the animation itself was on point, but the story was really fucking phenomenal.
The first, you can't judge this movie by the first, like, 5 minutes, though, because the voice acting for the doll maker is kind of weird. It's like they got, like, an Asian dude doing a white dude's voice, but I thought it was good.
The first 30 minutes of the movie were fucking good. Like,
no, the first 5 minutes is what I said.
I know, but I'm saying, like, the first... I
whole
checked
movie.
it. I was like, oh my god, I'm 30 minutes in. This movie is going to be fucking amazing.
The movie as a whole is really, really good. I mean, Damien really comes out in this one and kicks some fucking ass.
They changed a lot of stuff, like, from the Court of Owls storyline, which is I'm okay with, but there was some things, like, that I wish they had done.
Like what?
Like, one of the main things is the Court of Owls recruits, like, all the Talons are people from Haley's Circus.
Right.
And they're given this implant in their molar, in one of their molars.
Uh-huh.
And if released, it turns them into a Talon, I think.
Okay, but what does that mean?
In the comics, though.
Okay.
And one of the main thing about that is Dick Grayson has one. And so Dick Grayson is concerned because all these people, all the Talons come from Halley Circus, and he's been doing the court.
He was the Flying Graysons in Halley Circus?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
And the Court of Owls has been doing this for a long fucking time, you know.
Yeah.
And
So I have questions though, like things that are like unanswered. Did the Court of Owls kill Bruce Wayne's parents?
I mean, in the new 52. They had something to do with it.
They had a part of it.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Because
they didn't want to be involved with the Court of Owls.
I'm really disappointed they left out Alan Wayne.
Who's Alan Wayne?
It's Bruce's grandfather.
Wait, what if Bruce had a relative named Wayne Wayne? Or Dwayne Wayne? Wayne and Dwayne Wayne.
But Alan Wayne had a hand in, like, architecturally building most of Gotham. And
What about the drains?
And, like, the Court of
The Wayne
Owls,
drain.
you know how, like, the Court of Owls thing is, like, they're always behind the walls and whatnot?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish they would have touched on that more, and I wish Alan Wayne, in general, would have been in it. It would have been cool.
Okay, isn't Talon a good guy? Like,
No.
when you look up Talon, though, his affiliation is good. Like, and Talon has his own series and stuff, too. I don't know, like, Talon wasn't supposed to die. I thought that Talon was a superhero.
In the comics, all the Talons die.
But
So
wait,
you
there's
must
one,
be looking at a
one,
different Talon.
One Talon called Calvin something is a good guy, and he's he kills the Court of Owls and like turns against them and becomes a hero.
I'm curious because that was not in the Batman run.
Have you read Talon? Maybe that's why. I think it's probably his own thing then.
Okay.
I don't know. I was curious if this was that Talon, but this guy was just bad.
Yeah.
He was fucking bad to the end. He will never love you. He's my father. There's only one bat. That was good, man.
Yeah.
This movie was pretty touching. And then like Bruce and Damien and
David
Nightwing
McCallum
kicked some ass, man.
I was disappointed that it wasn't what's his name? Neil Patrick Harris.
Playing Nightwing?
Yeah, he's voiced Nightwing
But
before.
he's voiced the Flash too.
Really?
Yeah.
He's mainly voiced Nightwing though.
Really?
Yeah.
I think he's voiced the Flash like a couple of times.
Interesting.
That's another guy who's done several DC characters. God, Neil Patrick Harris is all over the place, man. He's talented.
The Batman's fucking mech suit.
Oh, that was fucking sick. And
That's also in the comics. So
when he
it's
opens
really
the door
awesome.
and he's like, "Get the hell out of my..." Dude, there was a
lot
fair
of
amount
cursing.
of cursing in this.
I was surprised by that too.
He was like, what was the other thing? It was like, treat you like shit or whatever. Like, so he said that at some point. Also, in Throne of Atlantis, fair amount of cursing.
Interesting.
There was I mean, they also said shit, and bastard was a big thing in Throne of Atlantis. He was like,
He's like, you're a bastard, Jon Snow.
Arthur, you bastard.
Yeah, because Arthur's mom was an Atlantean, right? Or no, was a human.
Her name is Atlanta. Her name is Atlanta.
Was she an Atlantean though?
Yeah.
And his dad was a
queen.
human, right?
Yeah.
And that's why
were in love.
That's why Orm
Orm is full blood.
yeah, and he doesn't. Most of the Atlanteans before the Throne of Atlantis storyline didn't think Arthur was fit to rule.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that even the queen didn't think Arthur was fit to rule, but then Orm started going crazy. And Arthur was the one true king.
Yeah.
Which is, it pays a lot of homage to Once and Future King. The King Arthur story.
Yeah.
And Mira in that movie was fucking badass too. Like,
She was okay.
I liked it, man.
Young Justice Mira is where it's at. She kicks ass.
But that's later on, man. This is like
True.
Mira just as a warrior, like more on the Wonder Woman level, you know, and it kind of explores like how Mira and Arthur met, and you know how their love started to blossom. And also Wonder Woman kicks a lot of ass in that movie. She's like fighting the Atlanteans, and she says you are sparring or something. She's like, you're messing with an Amazon, and like totally fucks up like 6 of them.
yeah.
That was awesome. Oh man, and we got Swamp Thing here. We've got Deadman. Is that
John
Zatanna?
Constantine, Zatanna.
Or is that Madame Xanadu?
No, that's Xana. God damn you. That's Zatanna.
There's Xanadu in the back then. In the purple. There's another woman right there.
No, it's not a woman. It's fucking what's his name? Oh wait, it is a woman.
Yeah, dude.
It
That's just
could
not a
be
full picture.
Enchantress.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Oh, okay, so as you guys know, or if you don't know, Guillermo del Toro is behind a Justice League Dark movie.
Wait, but he said that the script is finished and it's good or something like that, but he said if he doesn't have the ability to make it, then he doesn't care if someone else makes it.
Yeah.
Which is kind of sad. He's like
If
so
he wrote the script,
wishy-washy.
though, if he wrote the script, like, I gotta imagine it's pretty fucking
It hasn't been
solid.
doctored yet at all either, though. The script will probably end up being doctored. But
So here's what he said. We turned in our revision, and it all depends on the calendar, you know? Characters are very solid. Yeah, I'll do it after this, or if I have to, first season of The Strain. Or, wait, what?
what he said was that basically, in a nutshell, the DC Comics has they have a timeline, and it's a strict timeline to get movies out. So once they set a timeline for this, if they like the script, they're going to be like, okay, this is great.
needs
We
to
want
get
it out by
made.
2017.
Yeah.
And he's going to have to drop everything to make that. And he's the kind of guy who doesn't like to drop things. He
Well,
wants
and
to
he-
like work on what he wants to work on.
He's got a new movie coming out this year called Crimson Peak, and he's working on Pacific Rim 2.
Crimson Peep.
And he's working
It's like
on
about a
Pacific Rim
peep.
2. Dude, today is Easter, right? And on Borgor's Facebook, he was like, Happy Passover. And he had a picture of like Peeps, the marshmallow birds,
Yeah.
and with like little paper yarmulkes on it. It was ridiculous.
Have you ever microwaved a peep?
No.
Dude, they become like peep overlord.
Oh, great.
They get all huge. It's amazing.
But, yeah, I'm really excited for Justice League Dark. Those
Dude,
characters
fuck yeah.
are
It's
awesome.
not going to be called Justice League Dark, though.
Oh, I hope not.
It's going to be called something else.
Like, they can just use the names, like the same way the volumes of Justice League Dark, the comic series, are titled, you know? They could do something like that. It's like the death of magic and shit. Or
I really hope that they do it justice, though. Like, all the characters have a lot of depth to them. Constantine is the shit.
Yeah.
Zatanna is, like, one of my favorite DC characters. I mean, I love all of them.
Deadman?
Deadman is awesome.
He's probably one of the most OP characters in all of DC.
Yeah, he's the shit.
Didn't he save us after, or like he saved the Earths after Infinite Crisis?
I think so.
And he had something to do after Flashpoint
On
as well.
on Crisis on
on-
Infinite Earths.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Swamp Thing is one of the oldest DC characters.
And Zatanna is just fucking badass.
Enchantress is sick too.
I hope they do Zatanna justice, because that's one thing that could definitely ruin this movie.
I almost feel like Zatanna and Zatara should have their own movie though. Like, I would love to
That
see
would
a
be dope.
fucking Dr. Fate movie too. Like, oh my god.
Well, they could do a whole movie about like the Lords of Order and the Lords of Chaos.
And then the fucking Phantom Stranger. Like,
he's part of
got
Justice League Dark. He has ties to
all of
Justice
the
League Dark.
isn't Dr. Fate he has ties with Justice League Dark too, doesn't he?
Loosely, not as much as Phantom Stranger.
Because
Phantom Stranger-
Dr. Fate is Naboo.
What was it in Teen Titans? There's a scene where like Trigon is talking about Phantom Stranger, and he's like, "Silly infantile being," and he's like talking shit about Phantom Stranger.
Dude, Phantom Stranger shouldn't be fucked with though.
No, yeah,
He's an old being.
but
like,
he's
no
like,
one knows where he came from.
He's one of the few people who like Trigon actually fears, so that's why Trigon is like mocking him a little bit. you know?
Trigon's such a dick, dude.
Yeah.
I love Trigon though. He's a fucking bat. Like, maybe I don't know if we would see Trigon, dude. Raven, imagine Raven and like. That would be a good way to, like, if they had Trigon, it would be a great way to introduce Raven.
Yeah,
That would be awesome.
yeah. Introduce her as an enemy.
As an enemy, and then she becomes good.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
God,
usually how it starts with her, but fuck it.
boat fuck it?
No, but fuck it.
Oh, but fuck it, alright.
Fuck it.
I mean, I don't know. I'm really excited to see where DC goes. On Reddit, on the DC Comics subreddit, someone was like, if only dreams were true or something like that, and they had like, or no, they were like on the DC Earth, this is what or in an alternate world, this is what the release schedule looks like, and it was like jam-packed with movies. It was like Dr. Fate,
Yeah.
Zatanna, Zatara, there was like The Question, like, and then there were like sequels of all of these movies like 3 or 4 years later. Like, they were copying the Marvel lineup.
Dude,
'Cause Marvel has so many movies out already.
I would love to see a movie just solely about The Question. That would be fucking awesome.
Let Christopher Nolan direct it.
Dude, yeah. But the thing is, he'll be like, I gotta do my own thing. Like, it wouldn't be...
Part of the universe?
He'd do some sort of spin on The Question.
No,
and
it has
I don't
to be
want
the
that.
no, but I mean, which Question would you want to see? Renee Montoya, or would you want
No,
to see the pre-New
Zaz.
52?
Yeah,
Yeah, I like that guy, Victor Zaz.
yeah.
He's the shit.
And, like, him and Huntress.
Or it's not Victor Zaz, it's Vic Zaz.
Vic Zaz.
Yeah, and but then that would have to be led up to with like they'd have to introduce Huntress in some sort of Gotham or Green Arrow thing. Helena Bertinelli, right?
Yeah.
That's the Huntress, and
No, that's the Huntress in the Arrowverse.
no, Helena Bertinelli is the Huntress.
Always?
Yeah. But now isn't she? I'm pretty sure she's like in the comics. She's now fighting with like Dick,
Really?
and they're like
In
secret.
Nightwing?
They're secret agents.
In Nightwing?
I think that it's a different comic line, dude.
Really?
Or it might be in Nightwing. Yeah, I'm not sure.
I haven't read any
But
of
she's his
Nightwing.
partner.
Okay.
She's part of the Bat family. Did you know that?
Huntress?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's weird.
She has affiliations with the Bat family.
It was Paula Brooks, Helena Wayne, and Helena Bertinelli.
Yeah, but Helena Wayne is like from a different Earth.
Yeah.
I would like to, oh, sorry, this is what I was going to say. What really trips me out is I was looking up the Joker, and I've been watching Batman the Animated Series, like I said in the last podcast. By the way, you know that car chase scene where he's getting chased down by the Court of Owls in Batman vs. Robin? Mm-hmm. That shit happened in Batman the Animated Series. The exact same car chase, but he's with Selena Kyle in the car. Okay. I couldn't believe that was like a hell of a twist, though. When
she was the
head of the Court of Owls.
Yeah.
And she's like talking about
that wasn't in the comics.
She's talking about her father, though.
Yeah.
That was all bullshit, I guess.
None of that was in the comics, but...
That was kind of a good twist. I liked it.
Yeah.
Did you not like it?
It was okay. I feel like they made the court seem a little too organized because...
The court wasn't that organized in the comics?
They are, but they're kind of like...
It had a very Eyes Wide Shut kind of feel.
Yeah.
Like Kubrick-esque.
I get what you're saying, but... I mean, I don't know.
And then they gave him, like, scarecrow toxin.
That happens in the comics.
Is it scarecrow toxin that they give him?
No, they give him some sort of other drug, but it fucks him up, and he's like, he thinks he's turning into a half owl, half bat creature. It's really crazy.
Yeah, anyway, that same car chase happened in Batman the Animated Series, and it's just like, it's crazy to see how much some of these new iterations borrow from that. I mean, it really... was an inspirational series.
Yeah.
You know, and it was probably the first, like, legitimately well-made animated Batman, like, superhero thing.
I can't suggest it enough, but you really should watch I Know That Voice, because the lady who was the casting director for Batman the Animated Series talks quite a bit about, like, how they made those choices, like choosing Mark Hamill and the guy who voiced Batman, and how it was like...
Is Mark Hamill in it, too?
Yeah, and they talk about how it was like such an iconic piece of animation that it's really like...
Even though it is Silver Age Batman.
Yeah, but it redefined animation and voice acting as a whole.
Totally. I mean, and it's crazy to think, though, even though that show is based on Silver Age Batman or whatever, it's
based on modern age Batman.
It is kind of, but
that's why
it was necessary. Though
it's like on the cusp of the two, because it's part modern age, part Silver Age, and it's a little weird.
It was necessary though for that to happen in order for us to have what we have today.
Well, also that shit's from the 90s, man.
From like 91,
yeah,
92.
Yeah.
And Mike, like, so they made that. Was that based on the Tim Burton like version? Because Gotham in that series looks like Tim Burton's Gotham. It's like dark and like dreary, but it's really funny when you listen to like Kevin Smith talk about the what is it, Batman Returns, and he's like, dude, the studios hated this, man. We could never go back with this. We have to do something light for the next one. Let's get Joel Schumacher, man. We can't have the Penguin pissing in kids' mouths again.
Right.
I don't remember that ever happening. The Penguin like peed in a kid's mouth.
I didn't like that Batman either.
Dude, I liked the Penguin in that. I thought that it was like, it's not traditional, but that was like a super dark, fucked up way to present the Penguin.
It was a cool Batman movie for its time, but when I go back and watch it again, it doesn't really hold up for me.
But do you stand with our previous guest Adam Wilsey in saying that his favorite was Batman and Robin?
That is my least favorite Batman movie ever.
No, well, wait. Yeah, that's my least favorite. Well, that's with Mr. Freeze.
Yeah.
I bought that fucking movie.
I don't know. The one with Val Kilmer is kind of as bad, too. I hated him as Batman.
A little bit more fun than Batman Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to give it to... Like, Jim Carrey is a little bit whimsical. It's cool.
But Val Kilmer is terrible as Batman.
Jim Carrey's terrible as the Riddler, too. He's got some brilliant moments, though. But
I feel like...
Two-Face... Like, Tommy Lee Jones is Two-Face.
Yeah.
And then, like, there's a scene in that movie where he keeps flipping the coin over and over again to try and get a desired result. Two-Face does not do that.
Yeah.
Two-Face will flip once and, like, let's go. Like, I love Two-Face and Batman the Animated Series because he's very, like... he's concise. Like, he relies on the coin, his mental... He's
a little more serious.
Oh, yeah. And, yeah. I mean, but... Harvey and Bruce had a serious like they were best friends.
Yeah, I feel like that Dent is a little more similar to Nolan's Dent.
A little bit, but so they had implied in Batman the Animated Series that Harvey Dent had mental issues, like a split personality, before the Two-Face thing even happened.
Yeah.
And it was already coming out, like...
You see that in Gotham, the TV show.
Really?
Where
Harvey... that's what you were saying.
Harvey Dent's, like, in that show, it's really subtle. Like, he's a subtle character, but there's a couple moments where he, like, loses control of himself, and you see that other half.
Big Bad Harv?
Yeah. You see the Mr. Jekyll and Dr. Hyde?
Dr.
Jekyll and Mr. Hyde?
Yeah. So, is there another season of Gotham coming? Is the first season already done?
It's not done. I don't think it's done.
Have you said it's gotten... You said it's gotten better, though.
The last, like, 10 episodes were way better than the first 10 episodes.
And, I mean, is it very, like, superhero-ish?
No.
At this point?
It's... what I like about it most is that they're kind of exploring more of the villains. I feel like that's what makes it cool.
Are the villains, like, really, like...
None of them are that serious now. Like,
not yet.
There's nothing really going on.
It's mostly about crime, like the crime bosses and the families and stuff.
Yeah, and there's no Batman to be fucking dealing with those type of people right now. There's Harvey Bullock and fucking Jim Gordon. They're the only ones who are there who really care. The rest
Harvey
of
Bullock isn't fat yet, though.
Nah,
I
love
fat,
that
man.
Harvey Bullock. He's fucking awesome, man.
Downlow'd?
Is that his name?
Yeah.
How
do
awesome.
I know that? You know, like, everything about actors, and that's funny.
He kills it.
He is pretty good. I like Harvey Bullock in general, though.
I stand by what I've said about Gotham. Is the acting is fucking phenomenal.
But I mean, Fish Mooney, come on, like,
yeah,
the character is unnecessary. They have such a lineup of amazing characters.
You would be interested to see what happened to her since you've last seen her.
She's still alive?
Yeah, but she's not. Spoiler alert: she's not really a crime boss anymore. She's got some other story going on now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'll pick it back up again.
Yeah.
Definitely do that before I start watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but that is definitely in my on the horizon for me. I'm gonna have to start.
S.H.I.E.L.D.'s so good.
I'm gonna have to start watching it because I've literally run out of other shows to watch.
You should.
I've watched everything. I
Yeah.
can't believe it. And I mean, now I'm basically like watching Batman the animated series, and I might rewatch Justice League Doom. Have you seen? You've seen all those movies then? Have you seen Flashpoint Paradox?
Mm-hmm.
That's a great one.
It's pretty good.
Professor Zoom in that is awesome.
Yeah, I enjoyed that one.
Oh, let's talk about the Flash really quick.
What about it?
I mean, like I'm completely caught up with it.
Yeah.
So what?
I mean, I don't want to spoil much from that show. We shouldn't be like rampantly spoiling things.
We're just talking about it.
I know, but people like. We spoiled a lot of shows today.
Yeah, we should name this episode Spoilers.
So I mean, Jesus.
Kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
So why not just spoil this one too?
No.
Let's
talk about this. You've seen the original Mad Max,
Oh,
right?
yes, I did want to talk about this.
Great movie, and I mean,
with good old Mel.
Yeah. And
Melvin Gibson.
The second two Mad Maxes that they made after the first one were okay, but not nearly as great as the first one.
There are video games about Mad Max as well, right?
Yeah. But they're
really hard to play.
This new Mad Max film looks fucking amazing, dude. And with Tom Hardy, for those of you who don't know, Tom Hardy
is Bane.
He played Bane in Batman. What was that one called? Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah.
And it's crazy to think about this, but in 2002 he was in the last Star Trek movie, before they had like the reboot.
Really?
Yeah. And he played the younger version. He was a clone of Patrick Stewart's character.
You know, they almost, like, the villain for the third Batman, or for the third Dark Knight, was almost the Riddler.
It would have been cool to see Nolan's take on that, because I feel like he would have done Riddler justice.
I do too, man. I feel like it would have been really awesome. The Joker wasn't supposed to die, though. The Joker was supposed to come back, but they played with the idea of having the Riddler.
Yeah.
I thought that would have been great.
It would have been crazy to see them do like a death of the family type Joker, like
God,
with his face cut off and shit.
I mean that would be insane.
That's
the way the Joker is known now, though, right? That's him in the comics now, isn't it?
I'm not okay. So I haven't read Endgame, and Endgame is the most recent Joker arc. I haven't read that yet, but the Joker is dead in Death of the Family. Like, spoilers: Batman is going to save him, but the Joker's like. He doesn't want to be saved. He wants to die. So he lets go and like he falls to his death. And that's the last I've seen of the Joker, but I haven't read Endgame yet. And the Endgame is where he comes back with his face on again.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know how that's happened.
Speaking of Talon, like the way Talon died, that in Batman vs. Robin was intense.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I would love to see Bane in Mad Max.
So yeah, I'm excited for this. Don't forget, if you
Traditional Bane, though.
If you want to see what we're seeing, go to youtube.com/MacroRecordsTV.
I want to see traditional Bane with the Venom, dude.
Yes.
In Mad Max, like oh.
There was no Venom in Nolan's universe,
Which
that
is
pissed me
bullshit.
off.
Like he should have had the Venom. There's Nicholas Hoult, or that's Charlize Theron. My bad. I thought when I saw this in theaters, the preview, and I was like, "Holy shit, this looks amazing." Definitely had like the makeup definitely has like a Devil's Rejects kind of feel to it, or a House of a Thousand Corpses. Who is this directed by? These guys are completely batshit crazy too.
It's directed by George Miller, and he did Happy Feet. He did the original Mad Max, or no, he did. Yeah, he did. He did all of the Mad Maxes.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy. They're having him do this. I don't know if it's a reboot though.
I don't think it is, man.
It's probably like an extension or a different story.
Yeah, I want to see this.
Like I really hope this isn't a disappointment though, because the trailer is amazing.
It was hard to know who was more crazy.
Right, and they love to put the best moments in the trailers.
What kind of world exists where they have this? Like what like,
It's post-apocalyptic Australia.
Yeah, but
that's pretty much what is like.
But they're like, let's just put guitar amps on a car and drive like that. Nothing about that is functionally like.
Well, it's like Twisted Metal for real.
Except without Sweet Tooth.
Yeah, and without clowns in general.
I would, and with dude. I mean, let's be honest, man. A Twisted Metal movie would probably be pretty fucking badass if it's something like this, and they have like Sweet Tooth and those characters have like. Did you ever play Twisted Metal Black?
Was that on PS2?
I think so, yeah.
I think I did, yeah.
And I mean, Axel, the dude who has like the arms and he's like attached with like those two wheels and whatnot.
Yeah.
Badass, man. Sweet Tooth was a killer, you know?
Yeah.
He was like a child murderer or some shit like that.
So this new Mad Max comes out May 15th, and if you go see it in theaters, you'll get to see the Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice trailer.
I mean, that's like reason enough to go watch this movie.
I mean, obviously we're all going to get to see it eventually.
Yeah.
But if you go see Mad Max, you'll get to see it as well.
I've recently like my enjoyment for going and watching movies in the theater has recently been rejuvenated though.
Yeah.
Like I went and watched I told you I went and watched Cinderella, and I've been like itching to go see another movie now. It's kind of a cool experience. I don't know.
May 1st, I'm going to go see Age of Ultron. You can come if you want to go.
That's a ways away.
May 1st?
Yeah, that's like
less than a month away.
24 days.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to
Oh
that.
yeah, I'll be there.
Okay, cool.
I'm down to. I mean, we'll definitely talk about it.
Yeah. So, speaking of Age of Ultron, if you go see Age of Ultron in theaters, you're going to get to see a trailer for something else.
What is it?
You will get to see the actual trailer for Star Wars Episode 7.
Oh, nice.
They previously released a 30-second teaser, but the full-on trailer is going to be...
They released a 30-second teaser?
Yeah, you haven't seen it?
Nah.
Oh my god.
I didn't even know that was...
I talked about it on an episode when you were out of town.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Were you just alone on that podcast?
I did one with Wes, and then I did one by
remember that.
myself. That was like a 15 or 20
Was that during
minute
South by
episode.
Southwest?
No, this was last year.
Oh, okay, right on. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Macrocast. This is Alex. Hi, Alex. I'm Alex. Okay, I'm excited. Let's see. Sorry for making you guys rewatch this, but for those of you who haven't seen it like me, dirt. Lots of it. Very dirty.
What? Where's the volume? Where's the fucking volume?
Oh, it's muted.
Bastards.
I thought this was a joke, dude.
No!
I've seen this. I thought it was a joke.
No! You probably haven't seen the real one.
There has been an awakening.
Yeah, I definitely haven't seen this.
Have you felt it?
Max von Sydow's voice is scary.
I've just seen a GIF.
Of him.
Yeah, of him like popping up. Who's Max von Sydow?
He's the old guy, the narrator. I don't know what other part he plays in the movie. The new Stormtrooper look is badass.
Is this so? We're not going to see Vader in this movie?
No, Vader's dead.
Vader's dead?
Yeah.
I wonder what villain we're going to see.
It's gonna be Kylo Ren.
Who's that? Is that he's
It's a new
Lord of
character.
the Sith?
It's a new character.
Is that him?
Yeah.
And the light.
That's pretty much all. But
That's going to be sick, man.
yeah.
It's already going to be dope.
This year is going to be awesome for movies. Like, the new Mad Max, new Avengers, Ant-Man, Episode 7, like...
Ant-Man?
Ant-Man? Like an ant?
He hangs out with his aunt all day. Oh, man. See, I should make these movies, dude. Why am I not making these amazing movies? Like Contact, about a dude who loses his contact.
Oh, God, what's this?
All 7 Star Wars teaser trailers.
God, no.
Wait, what is that? Modern lightsaber battle?
No.
Funny cat videos?
No.
There's so many.
So let's
Oh
talk
my
about
God.
this. David Goyer, he's the man behind Man of Steel. He did work for Batman Begins, Dark Knight Rises.
He wrote it?
He did some of the writing.
Right.
And he's a writer for the new Constantine, the TV show.
Which you hate.
No, I didn't hate. It's just not great.
Yeah,
Most
doesn't-
people agree with me.
Yeah, no, I tend to agree as well. Does it compare to the other DC comic stuff or even Constantine's lore in general? No.
Fuck no. It does no justice to Constantine at all. But that's not what I'm talking about. David Goyer, he's going to be possibly doing a movie about Isaac Newton. And the way that this was presented, it sounds pretty interesting. Like, I'd go see that.
Who's going to play Isaac Newton?
I don't know.
They're going to get some superstar actor.
But David Goyer, like, his chops as a writer are on point. And I feel like if anyone could do a movie like this, it's him. And it's like movies like The Da Vinci Code, which I don't think... Did The Da Vinci Code do very well?
Yeah.
It did well?
Yeah.
But I mean, like...
Didn't they make another movie?
They made one of
Angels and Demons?
his other books into a movie.
Angels and Demons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually read all his books, and they were pretty good.
I mean, they did... Did David Goyer write that? Who wrote that?
Da Vinci Code?
Yeah, who wrote... No, that wasn't David. David
No.
Goyer's he works on screenplays. But, I mean, that movie did well enough for them to be able to make another movie with Tom Hanks in it. You know?
6.5 out of 10.
No, but look at what it grossed.
Oh, like how much money it made?
Yeah, because that's what really matters.
It's got a 46 on Metascore.
I mean, it probably made a couple $100 million, though.
Ron Howard directed it?
Yeah. He also directed How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Really?
Yeah.
Like the one with Jim Carrey?
Uh-huh. That was a big movie for Jim Carrey.
He also directed a movie called Rush that came out recently. Did you ever see that?
No.
It's about Formula One racing.
No, I didn't see it.
With Chris Hemsworth, the guy who plays Thor.
I know what you're talking about.
I want to watch that. I never got to see it.
Have you seen the preview for that movie? It's like, oh my god, it's like Remember the Titans, but for like baseball, and it's like made by Disney, and it's got what the fuck is that guy's name? He's like a total burnout. Oh my god, man.
You're not talking about the most recent Disney movie with like the track team, are you?
No, it's not baseball. Yeah, it's that.
That movie actually
Scored
did
super
really
high.
well. Yeah,
I'm sure it did. I'm not gonna watch it.
I can't remember the name of it. I'm not gonna watch it either.
What? Who's that? He's in like Field of Dreams. What is that guy's name? Dustin Hoffman? No, that's not
it's
Dustin
not.
Hoffman.
I was gonna say. What? Dang it! What's that movie called?
I don't know. Here, track movie. I'm looking it up. That's like Google is amazing for like filling in the blanks.
What do you get?
Track movie. That came up with a movie called Tracks.
No.
Track movie Disney.
Yes. I think it's cross country, not track.
Kevin Costner.
Yeah.
McFarland USA.
Yeah. Kevin Costner, man, he is kind of a burnout. Like,
God. He was in why this guy's like only in sports movies. He's in like For the Love of the Game, Field of Dreams, McFarland USA.
No, you know he was Kent in Superman in Man of Steel.
Really?
He was Superman's father, or
Was he good?
not his real father, but
Was he good?
his American father.
Dude, I have no interest in watching McFarland USA.
Me neither.
I don't even know if it's called McFarland USA. I just know it's called McFarland.
Oh yeah.
That's all that it's saying right here.
So I'm confused about this, man. Do you know, is Deadpool going to be rated R or PG-13?
It should be rated R. I think it's going to be rated PG-13 though.
No. They're fighting for an R rating, and they came out as saying that Deadpool will of course be rated R.
Well, then that's good.
And Ryan Reynolds tweeted, February 12th there will be blood, guns, F-bombs, and graphic, expertly lit French unicorn sex. Hashtag Deadpool rated R.
Dude, it should be rated R, man.
Here, let me put this over here.
I mean, I would even like to see, like, a director's cut when it comes out on DVD that's, like, NC-17.
Oh my god.
What does NC-17 even mean?
I mean, like, Deadpool would probably
No
have to
consumer under 17?
commit acts of, like, necrophilia or something.
No, well, Deadpool, like, fucks shit up, though.
Yeah.
And he, like, pulls himself back together. Like, he's died multiple times, but never really died, you know?
Yeah.
Been blown to smithereens. I mean, it's funny when you think about the fact that, dude, I've grown to hate on Marvel a lot less. I really don't hate Marvel. That's what I've discovered. I just hate these fanboys that only know Marvel from the cinematic universe.
I hate those people too. I mean, what I was
Marvel
telling,
is good.
Yeah, I mean, and what I was telling you earlier, you were like, did you see that article I sent you about where like some fanboys like, here's 10 reasons why DC's animated universe is going to be better.
No. DC's cinematic universe.
Yeah, cinematic universe is going to be better than Marvel's, and I was like, I mean,
I really do feel like that's legit, though.
He's got valid points, but I feel like you said, the people on the other side have valid points too. And I think if everyone just accepts them, both sides for what they are, great entertainment either way, like.
I mean, but let's be really honest here, because Iron Man is like they try to like pack too many jokes into things, and it doesn't like work with like
it worked in Guardians.
Yeah, it worked in Guardians for sure,
and it worked in the first Avengers movie.
It worked in the first Iron Man.
Yeah,
but in the second Iron Man, it was
those were shit movies. The
third
second and third Iron Man were terrible.
Third Iron Man was like, and dude, but the thing is, people will like, some guys will like justify those two movies till the day they fucking die. Like they're like I was looking it up yesterday, and some guys were like, "Dude, actually, I think the Mandarin was great in Iron Man 3." And I was like,
my god!
Like they were like,
that's like saying Eric Bana is good as the Hulk. Like,
oh my god, dude! They were like, "I liked the twist, man. It was hilarious." It's like it's not supposed to be hilarious. You're not doing the character justice.
Especially,
the Mandarin is one of Iron Man's most feared foes.
Besides Fin Fang Foom, like, dude, the Mandarin is his most dangerous adversary,
and it's his most powerful. He's literally he's got superpowers from those rings.
Yeah.
What happened to that?
Nothing.
They
were like,
it into like,
they were like, let's make Extremis, and like Extremis was the thing that he was using.
But Extremis wasn't even portrayed right either.
No.
Like Extremis is supposed to be the thing where Tony Stark is able to like summon the suit from his bones and his body. You know what I mean? That's what like brings the suit to him.
Maybe they'll like get to that at some other point, but I don't know.
Robert Downey Jr. doesn't have like a contract for. He has a contract for like what, one more movie?
For Infinity War, and I think that's it.
No more. There's not going to be any more Iron Man movies.
Good. I don't need another Iron Man movie.
I mean,
I want to see what they do with Ant-Man, what this Inhumans movie is going to be.
Spider-Man.
Like,
I want to see Spider-Man's incorporation. Like.
He's going to be in Civil War,
right? One of the things, yeah, he's going to be in Civil War, which is going to be cool. I mean, one of the things that made sense to me, though, about that post that I showed you is they were talking about how Marvel has this, like, one-up factor that they're not going to be able to, like, facilitate for very much longer. Like, for instance, in the Avengers, Loki was going to destroy a city. And then it's like it builds it up to Guardians of the Galaxy where they're going to destroy like another world or something like that. Then it's going to be they're going to destroy our world, you know. And then it's like how much? Then Thanos is threatening to destroy the known universe.
I mean,
And where
Thanos
can you
has
go
been
from
sitting on his ass the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe. So when he gets down from that chair, besides the massive hemorrhoids, he's going to fuck everyone up.
But where are they going to go after that?
I don't know. That seems like it would be like the end of everyone.
That seems like it's going to be the end of the Marvel, like the whole superhero
Thanos
thing.
is so OP. Dude.
DC can go on for like DC can twist things around. Like they have their shit
There's
is
more
just better put together. I feel.
I think the advantage that DC mainly has is there's 3 or 4 times as many interesting characters on the DC side as there are on the Marvel side.
Way better powers too.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not trying to hide it. I definitely like DC way more than I like Marvel, and especially in terms of comics. Like, everyone's raving about Miss Marvel, the new Miss Marvel with Kamala Khan, the Pakistani girl is Miss Marvel.
What? Is that in the comics?
Yeah, in the
Okay.
comics. And I read the whole first volume, and I was like, this is okay.
Is she Captain Marvel?
It's a little racist.
Is there Miss Marvel?
It's a little racist.
Really?
Like, there, one guy's like, "You smell like curry," and like,
Oh my god!
I'm like, I get they're trying to portray that there's, you know, okay, I'm not oblivious. Shit like that does really go down where assholes will say something like that, but I feel like the whole
It's forced.
yeah,
And it's like
really,
gratuitous.
and really racist. Like, and but apparently Miss Marvel is like an anti-racism character for Marvel, but I don't know. I don't feel that way. And her powers are dumb, dude.
What are her powers?
She's a shapeshifter, which I guess it's
Well, like
kind
that's
of
like Vixen.
it's kind of
right?
no. Vixen uses astral projections.
Wait, no, really? Vixen? I thought she could become animals.
She
Or that's Beast Boy.
yeah. Vixen summons the power of those animals, and she puts out like an astral projection of them
for sure.
No, but
Beast Boy becomes animals.
so Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan, she's like infatuated with the Marvel superheroes, and she wants to be one of them. And then she finds like she envisions herself as Captain Marvel, the original Miss Marvel. You know what I'm saying?
Captain Marvel was the original Miss Marvel.
Yeah, and it's a woman superhero.
I
know. And she realizes she's a shapeshifter, and she turns into she's wearing Captain Marvel's old costume, and she realizes she has shape-shifting powers. It's okay. It's not bad. It's definitely one of the better things Marvel has to read.
What's the difference between her and Mystique?
Mystique?
Yeah, Mystique is a Marvel character.
Yeah.
I mean, the X-Men is one thing I'll give to Marvel. The X-Men are fucking awesome.
Well, I mean, compared to Mystique, she doesn't look like she's not some blue creature all the time.
She's not a mutant.
Yeah, she's not a mutant. I don't know how she gets her powers then if she's not a mutant, but. Well,
And then,
okay.
dude, in the cinematic universe, they're like, it's the age of miracles. They're like, they're Inhumans, not mutants.
Well,
Are Inhumans
no,
mutants?
Inhumans are not mutants. Inhumans have a recessive gene or trait or, you know, some sort of DNA inside them that can allow them to become greater, but it's only activated by Terrigenesis, which is like, you'll see Terrigenesis actually happen in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. once you get caught up. It's awesome.
Right on.
Yeah.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., there's so much to watch, though.
Inhumans, man, like, I've always known about Inhumans, but I've never really had, like, an appreciation for them until this most recent stuff going on in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I don't know.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
No.
I love that.
So, one last...
What's going on here?
Oh, that's Linda Cardinelli.
I know her.
She's fucking awesome.
The one on the left.
No, the one on the right is Linda Cardinelli.
Who's the one on the left? She was in, like, Before Sunrise, and right? I think.
Her last name is Delpy. Dopey.
Yeah. She was in Before Sunrise and After Sunset, I think.
Her name is Delpy.
What?
Linda Cardinelli, man, she's fucking awesome. You've seen Grandma's Boy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, she was in that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. She's been in a bunch of stuff. She's hot.
The girl on the left, her name is Julie Delpy.
Julie Delpy, yeah. She's in Before Sunrise with Ethan Hawke.
Before Sunset, Before Midnight, Before Sunrise.
Yeah, it's a trilogy.
Oh, God.
It's like a trilogy of romance.
Yeah.
Like hardcore fucking romance, dude.
It's like the sex scene with Pierce Brosnan and Famke Jensen and GoldenEye. Do you know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
yeah.
They have the most disgusting, aggressive sex ever. And it ends with, like, Pierce Brosnan pointing a gun at her. She's
Wait,
a freak. She loves, like, really rough sex.
But, okay, wait. So I was reading about this. The other day I got sucked into so much clickbait, man. I found this other
God.
clickbait website that's, like, fantastic. It's the one that I showed you with, like, where it was, like, the top 10 reasons DC or whatever, and there's, like...
Yeah.
I mean, there's, like, clickbait for days on that site. But they were talking about how 10 reasons why, like... or it was 10 girls who were way too hot for the role that they were playing. One of them was Denise Richards in The World Is Not Enough.
she is so fucking hot, man.
She is
Fuck those people.
But they were like, it doesn't make sense that she is that fucking hot. Like,
I think she's that
for,
hot.
no, for a Bond girl, like they're like,
She just doesn't have, like...
she's too fucking sexy.
No,
Like she's banging.
I think the point they're making is that she's really good looking. I don't think she's like
But she's
real
like-
sexy.
She's
you
a
know?
scientist though, and they're like, their point was like, what scientist do you know that's that fucking good looking?
I mean, I'm sure they're out there. It's an unfair
Dude.
assumption to say that there's not a single scientist who looks
No,
good.
yeah, it's unfair. But dude, Denise Richards hot. Like there's hot, and then there's Denise Richards hot at that point. I don't even know what
Man,
she looks.
Have
She
you
is
seen
fucking sexy.
Have you seen Starship Troopers?
Of course, multiple
She
times.
looks so good in that movie.
She's naked in that movie, isn't she?
no.
She's naked in
The
very
other
bad-
chick shows her tits in Starship Troopers.
Wild Things or whatever.
Who's the other girl who plays?
See, that's a movie that I think if they did it right, they could remake Starship Troopers.
Oh, please don't.
It could be awesome.
They
dude.
made 2 fucking sequels that were terrible.
Yeah,
terrible.
But I mean, that movie is now like what, 15 years old?
18 years old.
18 fucking years old.
Do
Starship Troopers is 18 years old.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Dina Meyer was the girl you get to see her tits.
Her boobs.
Yeah.
Her boobies.
Jake Busey is so awesome in Starship Troopers.
Yeah. The insects were awesome, but one of the things that I always wanted to see was one of them like getting squashed. Like the huge ones.
Speaking of Jake Busey, he's also in contact with Jodie Foster.
Is he
man.
really?
Yeah, he's the guy who blows up the first machine they build.
All right, Jake, you're gonna be the guy who blows up the first machine they build.
He's like a crazy priest. He's totally against their project and shit.
Oh, really?
So he blows it up, yeah.
She's like, I know there's aliens out there.
So real quick, we have one last topic.
The PETA.
And then we're going to get out of here. So I wanted to talk about this. Download. You own a PS Vita.
I own a PS Vita.
Uh-huh. How do you like it?
I love it. I really do love it. It's fucking awesome. Like,
So-
I've been playing Rayman on it.
Since you own one, you're entitled. You just got to make sure you fill out this form. There was a class action lawsuit against Sony for false advertising.
For what?
For multiple things that they lied about around the PS Vita and some other
You
stuff.
wanted to say the PETA.
I can't help it, the PS Vita.
Now, the PS Vita.
But, so, if you own a PS Vita, and you can prove you own one, you fill out this form, and what you get is you can either get a $25 check, a $25 credit on the PlayStation Store, or one of 3 bundles. And all 3 of the... one bundle is worth $66, one is worth $100, and one is worth $92.
What are the different bundles?
So the first bundle is the Action Adventure bundle. You get the God of War collection, Beyond Two Souls, Twisted Metal, and Unit 13. With a regular retail price of $92.95.
Uh-huh.
The family-friendly bundle...
On the PETA?
It offers Little Big Planet 2, Puppeteer, Uncharted Golden Abyss, Mod Nation Racers Road Trip, and that's a retail value of $100.46. Or the Variety Pack, you get God of War Collection, Little Big Planet 2, Mod Nation Racers Road Trip, and Unit 13.
Probably go with the Action Adventure Pack. I don't know.
Value of $66. But all you have to do is fill out this form, prove you own a PETA.
And how do you fill it out? Is it actually on the PS Vita itself, or do you have to go to a website?
No, you go to a website.
And which website is that?
Let me see. You go to vitaclaims.com.
Well, at least Sony's like, making reparations for the whatever shit they fucked up.
Yeah.
I kind of feels bad to do that to him.
To Sony?
Yeah.
Fuck them.
I don't know.
But that's our show.
Thanks so much for watching and listening.
If you enjoyed the show, please don't forget to go leave us a review on iTunes. It would be much appreciated.
Or if you're on video, if you're watching us on YouTube, remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. I'm Downlow'd. That's DOWNLOWD. And you can find me at IamDownlow'd.com. Hit me up on Facebook, facebook.com/officialdownload, or shoot me a tweet at downloadhere. Alex is going to tell you about Macro Records and all of the cool stuff going on.
If you want to tweet me or the show, use at Macro Records, and don't forget your hashtags. Hashtag Ask Snoo. Snoo, we didn't talk to you all day, but he's here. He enjoyed the episode. Didn't you, Snoo? Yep, I knew he enjoyed it. And if you want to find more about Macro Records, go to thisismacro.com. It's the hub for all things macro. Our blog, Let's Play, podcast, everything we do is there, all in one convenient hub. And that's our show. Thanks for listening.
Hub. And you have a great, just the best day ever.
Have a fond farewell.
And
the bear, and the maiden fair.
Enjoy all those shows this week. We'll be back next week.
She had honey in her hair.
Daredevil and Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be good. We're going to have a good talk.
Silicon Valley.
Well, we won't be able to talk about Game of Thrones next week because we're not going to watch it until after we record the podcast.
Right.
Yeah.
So 2 weeks.